Welcome
Welcome
to Shade
to
and the City.
Shadeinthecity.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are getting into our review of Married at First Sight, episode 2, season 16. Yes. So, Shade Squad, if you have not already, please make sure that you have hit that like button.
And the subscribe button.
And y'all, let's just go ahead into it. Let's get shady. Let's get through these weddings. As I was following somebody, because I was live tweeting, like I'm telling y'all, if y'all not following us on Twitter, you need to do so. But yeah, and as they said on Twitter, you only have one life to live. Can we please get through these weddings in one episode? Life is too short. Thank you, Lifetime, in advance. Let's get into it. Let's get shady. So as we know, we left off, Kristen was walking into her wedding. There is an initial awkward silence when she first gets down the aisle. And you can kind of tell that she's really not that excited about Shaq. Okay. Now he says God knew what he was doing when he made her.
Period.
All right. And yet that dress was, the hips were hipping, as Nels was saying. That ass was assing. So now he says that, and that kind of breaks the tension a little bit. It kind of makes her crack a smile. So in her vows, she always vows to be patient with him and express how she truly feels and give the marriage her all. Let's see if we're going to hold her to that. Now, he promises to keep their spark because they're going to be lit. I was like, okay. He wants to pray, laugh, and grow together and can't wait to spend his life with her. He goes to give her a kiss, and she gives him the cheek, as we all saw.
He actually took that thing on the chin too. He actually
right.
it.
He actually respects her for her boundaries.
Right.
They sit down and talk, which is I like this. I said, okay, maybe our prediction is wrong. We ain't no experts, so excuse me, Pastor Cal, Dr. Pepper. Maybe y'all knew something.
Yeah, but he don't really know what it actually means. It had nothing to do with boundaries, because had she thought he was cute, she'd have kissed him on the lips.
Right. So they bond on liking sports. She says he's bald and younger than her. So that's 2 strikes. Now, I'll get into that. However, his personality is outweighing the exterior. We learned Kirsten used to teach, and she thinks it's beautiful that he's so close with his students. So my notes say maybe we'll be wrong. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are,
has your prediction changed? That's the first question.
What I say, that they would say no?
Yes.
No, it hasn't changed.
Okay.
But I did think that their personalities might get along. But I know it's hard to see past. I feel like it's like who's that couple that we really wanted to work out, but they said no. And she was like basically, like, you can't, if you like, you can't make my coochie wet or something like that.
Jasmina and Michael.
Yes. So it's like them.
Know what's so that's funny. That's good. So there was a battle in Kojo's comments on his live the other day, because he did a video about this, which I shared with you. And they were going at it over who's badder, Jasmina or Kirsten, in the comments, because they was like, she has a very similar demeanor as Jasmina, like that same type of attitude, and but they were like, Jasmina's cuter, and I was like, well, damn, why you had to do Kirsten like that? That Kirsten's, I mean, Jasmina is bad. I'm just saying, I don't think one should be put against the other. I think
they shouldn't. But if they are, and I have to make a choice, I'm gonna say Jasmina. Jasmina is bad. She's bad. Clint and Gina, they go to get their wedding gown and tux. She says she don't want a boring dress. Okay, she wants something with some sex appeal, and she ain't trying to hide all them assets. Okay, on the first day, she want her man to see what she working with.
Is it just me, or did it not really seem like she had any assets? I mean, I guess
she said she was in the gym working hard for them things.
Oh, because she's,
Okay.
I mean, she had like this is no shade to Gina by any means, but I was just kind of like when she was like, yeah, and these curves and da da da, and I was like, you're okay. I mean, you're not like a Meg or anything, but like you're like a pony. I wouldn't say a stallion, but you're a pony.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
she worked
That
hard.
would be like me being like all these curves.
She worked hard for apparently she worked hard for whatever it is she got.
Okay, so maybe she used to be curvier and we don't know.
So she or maybe she used to be, bigger and got smaller and
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she used to be curvier and we don't know.
So Clint, Clint, he's trying on his tux and his friends are definitely not impressed with the first tux he tries on. He says he wants to feel basically swaggerific. Okay. And they told him he looks like a Chippendale dancer in the one that he had on. Now, Gina, okay, she found her dress that shows off the assets. Okay. I thought she did.
You like her dress?
I feel like the only dress I actually liked on the show was Kirsten's.
Yep, I can agree.
I didn't like anybody else's dress, and I actually hated
Nicole's.
No, not Nicole's. The last chick. The one that's marrying Eris.
Jasmine?
Yeah.
What, you didn't like the sleeves? It was the sleeves for me too.
I didn't like none of it.
Oh.
I thought it was hideous, and she was obsessed with it. I thought it was disgusting.
Well, she just didn't want it to look like a pageant gown. That's why I think
there's a lot of gowns that don't look like a pageant gown. That look like you made it yourself. It was disgusting. It is what it is.
Well, thank God we didn't advertise the wedding shop name. Damn.
Let me tell you something. Take me wedding dress shopping with you, and I'm going to be just as honest. So the next is Nicole and Chris. Okay, apparently Nicole, she hates shopping. This reminded me of Treese, actually. She hates shopping.
She came in and came out. That would be what I would want to do. Nobody's going to let me do that. First thing I see, thank you. Let's go. Y'all ready? We already drank our free champagne. Y'all ready to go?
She might stay longer just for the free champagne.
Right.
She actually says that one day she went to the mall, went there all day, came back home with nothing because it was so exhausting. She cried when she got home. What the hell type of shopping trip is that? Now she seems to have some like self-esteem issues, and she's concerned that she might scare Chris off with her big bubbly personality. You give me a lot of Nicole vibes a little bit with this.
Didn't I tell you this last episode that I low-key feel like me and Nicole are not too far off?
Now, Chris is actually scared of the same. He's worried about being rejected, but all in all, he thinks that he's a good catch, and he's putting his trust in the expert's hands. Now, he tries on his suit, and he is feeling the hell out himself. You can't tell homeboy nothing, okay? And Nicole actually found her dress that she's in love with, and she don't even want to take it off. She ready to leave the store now.
Right now.
Right now. Now,
get married right now.
Next is Jasmine and Eris. Jasmine is hoping that her husband is patient, compassionate, and works out. She want him in the gym, okay? Eris is feeling a little nervous and says he doesn't think, he's going to cry unless his wife is ugly. I have no words. But he's hoping, he'll be able to stand at the end, he'll be able to stand at the end of the aisle. And she looks like she descended from the heavens in a body gripping dress. I feel like, this is, what? No, because if I guess personalities wise, because I would have felt like physically, he would have been a better choice for Kirsten.
The fuckboy energy wouldn't have done anything for her. And she needs this is no shade to Eris. We don't know. As far as we know, I don't think we found out what he did but she needs somebody with a little more depth. And as far as I know about Aris, the only thing that we know about him is that he likes to screw bitches.
Yeah,
But
he's boy, he said
yeah, but outside of that, we don't know what he does for a living, what he does he give back to his community? Like those are things that come off like they're important to her. So that's why Shaq was a good match for her. They wouldn't have matched personality wise.
I think aesthetically though, if she was out, she
oh
would.
yeah, she probably would have messed with him if she was out, but it wouldn't have went nowhere. He would let me be nice.
Why can't they just all be rolled up into one great package?
Don't work like that, unfortunately.
Don't work like that, unfortunately. So Eris says that he's super close with his father. Apparently he was
unalive.
Oh, I thought we wasn't using that one either.
Alive.
When he was 11, and he just wishes that he was there to celebrate with him. He says that, you know, it created a void, which also created some insecurities. And, you know, he says he's done it all. He's had the apps and everything. And he's just, you know, ready to leave that boy, you know, in the past, his boy ways in the past, and be with one woman. We shall see, sir. We shall see. Now, Jasmine did pick that body hugging dress that doesn't remind her of the pageant that she loves, and I don't so much. Now, Jasmine's mom has been diagnosed with breast cancer, and her mom gets super emotional because she's just happy to be there physically to be a part of it.
Yeah, I think she said it was like 3 months before they started this process. They found out she had breast cancer. So can you imagine, oh, my daughter's trying to get married and thinking about like, I may not be here.
You know, it made me wonder if that's part of the reason why she even did this process, why she even signed up for the process.
Well, I would hope that they vet them longer than 3 months before they just sign them. I hope they go through very extensive meetings and therapy.
But that's not when she found out that she has it, right? Was 3 months before?
Mm-hmm. Was 3 months before I guess they started filming.
Is when she found out she was diagnosed.
Mm-hmm. But obviously she had already signed up for the process. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So maybe that is one of her motivations. We get to Dominique. She's another one that's kind of like me. She's a tomboy, not really into the whole dress shopping thing, right? So McKinley is looking forward to trying new restaurants and bars with his wife. However, being the introvert he is, he's more looking forward to binging the latest series on Netflix.
Yeah, that's me.
And my notes say, this is not going to work. Dominique is looking forward to being a wife, but keeps talking about how her mom signed her up, and we can't forget about her girls' nights. Next is Nicole and Chris. They're next up to be wed. Nicole is toasting with her mom and her girls. Both her and Chris are having, you know, wedding day jitters. And Chris says he's approaching his day as he would when he used to play sports. So apparently he decided he wasn't going to eat because I guess he's like, when the adrenaline starts rushing. And I think his boys finally got him in the mindset that you need to eat because what happens if you throw up or like pass out? That's not really cute on your wedding day. So kudos to Chris's friends. So Nicole is presented with a gift from Chris prior to the wedding. Well, they both exchange gifts, which is kind of weird because we don't see that happen with everybody.
They were the only couple.
Right. So far. So they both wrote I thought this was super cute. They both wrote letters to each other explaining the gifts and broke it down in parts, you know, in pieces, explaining everything about the gifts. So Nicole gets Chris a blue cyanite. Which is a crystal. It represents communication, fear removal, and connection. So I thought that was super cute. And Chris got her a bracelet made of moonstone, which she loves because it represents strength, hope, and clarity. And of course, as we all know, they had to squeeze in an ad for their favorite ring company, Lab Created Diamond, James Allen. So that's why you see me here in my James Allen hoodie with my Lab Created Diamond on my shirt. I just figured I'd help promote.
Since they ain't doing it, huh?
Right. So Nicole begins to get emotional and says she loves him already, even without meeting him. She says that is the kindest thing a man that is not related to her has done for her. And the fact that she doesn't know him, but that he cares about her more than any man she's ever chose means everything to her. I started crying. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't start crying, but I felt, you know, the little.
So she, she loves him without even knowing him. We know that. Then she basically says she can't wait to marry this man. She's ready to do it now. Let's do it. Let's go. Chris says, worst case, she's selfish, narcissistic, or self-centered, but he's all about smiles. And to loosen up the tension, he begins to do his impersonation. Y'all know I like Chris, right?
He's hoping his wife likes those.
But
what you got to say about his impersonations?
This is the one thing that doesn't make me like Chris. I like people quirky that are nerdy and but the impersonation, like, they're just not good. And only because at first when he said it, and he said the first episode, he was like, I like to do impersonations. Like, I impersonate people that are around me on a constant basis, and after I watch them and their behaviors, I'll go into a conversation talking about them and I'll impersonate them. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do that to people. Sorry, guys. But normally it's spot on. You know it's good when Jamel's like, damn, that was good. So I just, when I saw it, I was like, please don't go out and do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And Twitter agreed. Let's not do that. Let's save impersonations for after y'all get to know each other a little bit, and she can get used to, you know, you.
I think he'll be fine with her. Because I'm sure she has.
She's such a wacky.
Yeah, she has some little weird, quirky things too. So I think she might even find it cute.
You gonna get into Clint and Gina?
We didn't.
Oh, you got something else? Did I miss something?
No, they got married.
Did they get married?
Yes.
I got them get married, but later.
I have them get married right after.
Maybe it went on. Oh shit, they did get married. Look, because no, I'm mad. Look, I told you, I was like, I feel like I don't have enough. Because I literally have Clint and Gina, and then the next one is Chris and Nicole sit down and talk.
I was like, yeah, it ain't.
Oh, well, you can talk. I ain't got shit about them getting married. That's all. They got married. I mean, I said she came down the aisle. She was happy.
Okay. So
I was too busy crying.
So Chris goes to the altar. He waits for his bride. He actually looked like he about to have a panic attack, y'all. But looks really happy to see her when she did walk down the aisle. And apparently they actually already guessed each other's name. I knew
Which I thought was super cute.
Yeah, I knew he guessed Nicole. I didn't know she guessed his name also, which I don't know. This might be like, I don't know. They might have did something with this one. Mm-hmm. And they're both.
Well, I think I voted yes on them. I think I said that yes to them.
I think we both did. Yeah, we both did. And they are both attracted to each other. They actually look really cute together, I thought. And
apparently they both like to talk.
Yeah, they do.
So they realize that
his is secretly.
They all both talk too much.
His is secretly. His friend said secretly. So, I think she'll get in a room with anybody and just go off. But the families basically, gave their praises about the bride and groom. They said their vows, exchanged their rings, and they kissed on the lips. And I'm telling you, after this last couple, now I'm paying attention to what everybody's doing.
Mm-hmm. I know. Look, I noticed the same thing. I was like, "Are you doing? Are you doing?"
Right. Next up is Gina and Clint. They're super excited. Gina says she's nervous and she feels like she's about to hit the drop on a roller coaster. Girl, I already know it.
Okay.
Clint says he's done a lot of crazy things in his life, but this is the Mount Everest of crazy. Basically, he's 40 and he's had about 65 partners already.
Oh yeah, I did get that body count was 65.
But still hasn't found Mrs. Right.
Right.
When did you start doing it, sir? Because I wonder if they test these people before they go marrying them off. Because that's just. Now, apparently, they didn't get each other gifts. So they went straight to the altar. He walked in, broke the awkwardness, starts paying everybody, how you doing?
Right.
And, he looked smitten to me when she started coming down the aisle. He is like,
oh no, he did look like he was
like, dang. And basically the families, once again, they said their praises about the two couples. They said their vows, their I do's. And then she had her dog Hank bring in the rings, which I thought was super cute.
Can I just talk about how the mom looks super unamused by that? Clint's mom was like, really? We're gonna bring a dog in here?
I thought it was cute.
No, I thought it was cute too, but Clint's mom looked unamused. Like, why are we like, I understand you got a dog, but we can do this later. Like, we can.
That was the ring bearer, okay?
I'm with you. That's her dog, baby. That's what my notes say. I'm just telling you what I saw on Clint's mama face when that dog walked down the aisle. She was
Clint
like,
didn't have a problem with it.
She was like, y'all thought that was supposed to be cute.
Well, Clint thought it was cute.
All this dog hair on his carpet like
Bronny thought it was cute. Okay. Now after some struggles to get the ring on, they kissed on the lips. And you're gonna hear me say that because I made a point to check everybody.
He got the ring on, but barely.
Yeah. Look, you better go get it sized up, boo, because the way Clint been out in these streets, you want everybody in their mama to know he married.
Right.
Now they got a chance to talk after the ceremony, and I was right, he is smitten with Gina. They took some time to get acquainted. She lets him know that she owns a salon, and he works for a tech company, and he thinks it's gonna be smooth sailing. Like they think they're good. Like this is a good match. They actually live in the same building, we found out, and Gina like thought that she recognized him. She's like, damn, like maybe I saw him in the elevator. And it's so funny because she says moving into that building, she's like, maybe I'll find my husband in this building. Right. And now she just feels like the stars have aligned. I don't know. They might have, maybe they got better this season.
We hope. We always hope.
Now, Nicole and Chris, they get a chance to sit down and get more acquainted. And Nicole, basically, she lets us know she has many questions. She want to ask this man everything. And when she said it, I didn't think like she could really have that many questions, but she literally went on a tangent about all her questions she had. And we found out that they're both attracted to each other. Like, you're like, yes, go.
Because I had the same questions. I was like, I feel you, girl. I was like, just don't overload them with too much. Just try to space them out. But every time he looked at me and said something, I'd be like, so what's your middle name? How many brothers and sisters do you have? When do you want to go to Cancun? How many kids do you want? Like between every time, we would have been having our first dance. Isn't this nice? So how many kids do you want? What kind of house? How many bedrooms do you need in the house? How much do you make a year? Like I would have been Nicole. That's why I get her. I get her a lot.
All right, you want to do Jasmine and Eris?
Now, we prepare for Eris and Jasmine's wedding. She's nervous about meeting his family, hoping everyone gets along while he waves bye to the streets. His homeboy.
No, and like literally out the hotel room, bye to the streets.
Talking about stop calling me. Stop answering your phone. Block them bitches.
Block the streets.
So his homeboy reminds him that there's no nicotine patch to Fuckboy Summer. Okay. So he wants to make sure he's ready to go cold turkey and just get married like this. He feels like he's ready. He's been going to therapy and reading books. If it was just that easy for us all, motherfucker, I'm sorry. I gotta drop at least one. Really? I am now ready to change my life because I went to therapy and read some goddamn books. Boy, bye. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think this is unfair to Jasmine. I'm probably this whole season, I'm not gonna like anything he does because I just do not feel like he's right for this girl.
And it's messed up because it's a TV show. You know that they have to have one. They have to have one, right?
But it's messed up. And they could have let that be Dominique and McKinley. Because it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a train wreck. But that I don't even think Dominique and McKinley gonna make it to the end. Because she's a third pocket. So She says a prayer with her family before heading out. We learn she's a preacher's kid, so divorce is not something that she takes very lightly. She plans to give this marriage, 3,000%. And before Eris walks out, rolls up his cousin.
I think she knows that her cousin is not ready to get married.
And he about to hurt this girl?
And he's about to hurt somebody.
Okay. I'm going to give you that because it was coming on real strong. Real strong.
Because she's trying to let him understand or make him understand how serious this is. It's not, you can't just go to therapy and read some books.
Read books.
And think that
you ain't never lived with nobody.
Exactly. She's letting him know, like, dude, like, it just don't work like that. It's
so she basically tells him that this really doesn't make sense to her, and that he can walk out the door at any time and she'll roll with him. And basically they end the show. And we got 2 more weddings, supposedly, next episode. I guess we'll see. Because I noticed they ain't show much of Eris and Jasmine in the upcoming preview. And this one is titled Runaway Groom, which makes me think, what is going to happen next episode? Thank you guys for tuning in to another review. This was Married at First Sight, season, I keep forgetting, 16. Episode 2. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And y'all make sure that you're following us on all the platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, IG. We're about to go experience Restaurant Week next week in DC. Well, Winter Restaurant Week. They have 2, so we get lucky and get to do it 2 times a year. But we're going to do some reviews and visit a couple restaurants. So hopefully you'll join and tune in to that and catch us for the next episode next week of Married at First Sight. And like I told y'all, Twitter, I would have your episode out by tomorrow. And I promise I will have this up by tomorrow, Saturday. What's today? The 14th. Because it ain't even Saturday yet. Watch me work. All right. But we appreciate you guys. We appreciate the love. We thank you so much for your support. Please, let's keep growing, sharing this with all your friends, and even the people you don't like, because maybe they'll like us even though they don't like you. But yeah, thank y'all so much, and we will catch y'all next week. Have a great night.
Good night.